and we're gonna go do some PvP battles again. I have 74 PvP stones, so we'll be doing 20 something ish battles. I don't really remember. I'm gonna quickly respond to something that was reacted to me on the forums. Yeah, actually, I'm not going to respond to it right now. I'm going to respond to it later. Yeah, so we're going to start the PvP battles. I said before that I wasn't going to stream until tonight. That I was doing the PvP battles on my own since I was not going to be home. But I changed my mind because I had a lot of stuff to do at home as well, like cleaning and whatever. So I figured I may as well stream since I'm home anyway. That probably means that I won't be home tomorrow, so I don't know how much I will stream tomorrow. I'll see. I don't know. Because I do have to make some footage. But yeah, whatever. So far, no views, as far as I can see. Although the YouTube dashboard seems to be incorrect sometimes, so I don't know. Still pretty low in rank, so enemies are pretty weak. Not really much to say because, yeah, I haven't really done anything except for cleaning. So, well, I can say that on the forums they made a list of people who won, who got into the top 10 of PvP every season. And I made a top players list out of that, and yeah, I mean it's fun. So look at that list. I would say, but I was having a discussion with Direwolf mostly that he wants, or that he would think he thinks it's fun if the top players would get a reward as well for the top players every month would get a reward, an extra reward, and I disagree because basically you're making the game more pay to win focused, is what I think, by giving more rewards to the higher players so that newer players could never ever catch up. And the game is already pretty pay-to-win focused, so. But yeah, we're kind of discussing that, and well, Direwolf did mention that the reward wouldn't have to be game-breaking, just for example something for your collection, and I guess that's that's fine. That's just getting something fun for it would be okay. It wouldn't make the game any more pay-to-win focused as it is. I agree with that. But yeah, it could be done. It could be fun. But I personally think that what I should be doing is adding a top 2,000 and a top 5,000 reward. Because that way you're actually making it so that newer players can more quickly grow their team to get to higher ranks. And that way you're actually creating competition in the PvP, which is right now pretty much the problem because there are like maybe 15 people are going for top 10. And if you make it so that paying players can only get into the top 10, then there will never be much competition, because only a small part of the players will actually pay enough to be able to go to top 10. Of course, there are a couple technically free-to-play players in the top 10 still. Although most of them have paid a little bit of money, at least. Which got them a kind of an edge. But yeah, at least there are players that don't have a pay-to-win team. That is something. So it is possible, it's just really hard to do. Angelo Torres says, I just quit PvP this week. No way getting 3,000 points with so many flash walls. I hate them. And that's another problem. I mean, I am part of the problem. I start playing on Saturday because that way I can get a daily reward. So, on the one hand, the daily rewards actually incentivize people to play more competitively. But on the other hand, it actually makes newer players that aren't having as developed teams as older players do, can't actually get that many points because they keep getting walled. And I think higher ranking people don't seem to realize that. But it is actually really a problem for lower players. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to maybe discuss this with some developers, because obviously not the developers are busy enough not to watch my streams and the podcast probably. But I do think this is something they should work on. Angela Torres says, hey look, 4 out of 5. What is 4 out of 5? I don't really get what you mean, Angela. Let's do this. It actually took me quite a long time to get this team as well. Suddenly Brocky, Slayer, / PM, Yatagara, BLB appear. Yeah, my defending team is actually not that great. So even if you manage to find me in PvP, then my team is probably relatively beatable. It's not even fully burst limit broken, so yeah. But yeah, it is a problem for newer players that they keep getting walled in low ranks. And I know that I'm part of the problem, but I do want those daily rewards if I play. I mean, last week I didn't really do that much, but this week I am. And now that I am playing, I do want those daily rewards. Otherwise, why would I be playing? Without the daily rewards, you can't really get much of a profit in PvP as well. Yeah, awesome. But yeah, I think that's enough on that subject. What else can I talk about, really? Oh yeah, there's something I can talk about. I made a League of Legends account yesterday. I already had one, but I couldn't really get into it anymore because for some reason I just couldn't. So I made a new one, and I haven't played in years. And even when I played only a short while. So I may start streaming some League of Legends, maybe, if people are into that. I think there are way too many League of Legends streamers as it is, and I'm really not any good. I mean, I literally lost a fight against a bot today. So, but yeah, if people are interested in seeing that, then maybe I can do that. Can obviously play with some of my friends as well, whom are a bit better than I am. A bit. Much better than I am. So if people are interested in something like that, then we can totally do that. I actually slept another 4 hours after I streamed. Approximately 4 hours. So, I'm not tired anymore. I also went to the grocery store to get some food because I didn't have anything really. So I can now survive for 2 or 3 more days. So that's good. Surviving is important. One of my Wargreymon King is now actually at level 40, so I'm gonna have to level up some food for him to make him level 50. Then I can digivolve my second Omegamon. And after that, of course, I have to level both my Omegamons so that I can digivolve them into Omegamon SP. Plus SP. I think it was an SP, not an SP plus. I don't remember. My memory is kind of it's not my strong point. Let's just say that. I kind of want to listen to some music, but then it's going to be in the stream as well. So then I have to listen to music that have no copyright, I think. I don't exactly know how that works. Let's Google that quickly while continuing my battle. Okay, that's a lot of reading. Reading is hard, so let's do that another time. I think I should be able to listen to the in-game music of Digimon Heroes. But I really don't like that because it's so repetitive, and after a while, a short while really, I get kind of annoyed with it. So let's not do that, at least. Don't know what I will do. Well, I do know what I will do, just not listen to music right now. 7 and 8. As far as I know, only Angelo Torres is watching. Or at least it says that I have 1 viewer, so I'm assuming that's still Angelo. So Angelo, how are you doing? Stopped playing PvP, you mentioned, because you can't get past 3,000 points. Maybe you should keep trying to push for 4,000 so that you at least get the Devimon, which may, you know, if you get him 5 times, or 6 times rather, then you can burst limit break him, and that may increase your team strength. Oh, Angelo Torres says, I gotta clean my bathroom now, but I'll keep listening. Okay. So you can't really respond. That's That's too bad. I actually like it more when I have someone to talk to or something. Yeah, someone to talk to, or maybe just the chat or something. But I yeah, it's still possible. And Toro says I lost one already and I don't really care for that Digimon. The Digimon is actually pretty good. I mean, his defense is like 420-ish, I believe. So at burst limit break, that is 670. That is... I think that is stronger than the weakest one in my team, but I'm not completely sure. So that's actually really decent. I don't know if you have a full team with more defense, but I don't think so, because otherwise you probably you wouldn't have much of an issue getting higher in rank. I think. Oh, SharkTB says sorry for being late. No problem. How are you doing? Is that copyrighted? I think that's copyrighted. Whatever. So, Shaik, how are you doing in PvP? Getting blocked, walled as well often, or? Angelo Torres says, I know he's good, but I want to strengthen my synergy defense. Fademon is gonna be my test drive for the next season. Fademon is also pretty good. I actually really want him because his stats are pretty good. I believe his skill isn't that great. I don't remember. If I don't remember, it's probably not great, because I also would have remembered it. But he's pretty decent. So yeah, I would say get him. But the Devimon is also pretty good, at least for the short term. Maybe not for the long term. He seems like something that can be replaced. I'm not even gonna... Well, I'm gonna make him, but only for my mono. I'm getting him anyway, so whatever. Same with Apollomon. He's pretty okay. But he's not really good enough for my team. SharkGB says, oh, I'm close to top 50 all the time. Okay, that's actually pretty great. Did you go for daily at all? Or do you just not do that? Oh, this team is actually strong. I have to pay attention. Let's heal, because otherwise I may not win. It's always funny that all of a sudden you find teams that are strong enough that you actually have to pay attention. Before that, everything is crap. And then all of a sudden, boom! Enemies that are hard. As it is. SharkGB says, I did try for daily, but I failed. Oh, that's too bad, bro. Oh, I really have to pay attention. I'm almost gonna die. I think I'm actually gonna die. Yep. And that's the first duel I lost. Okay, this time I'm actually gonna pay attention to what I'm doing from the start. Angel Torres says, I want a good team to farm medium mono and get more green tickets. Medium mono is not that hard to farm. I don't remember. A team with like 2500 defense is more than enough, I think. Oh shit, I forgot to aim. Oh, great. Yeah, I think a team with 2500 is this random full BLB team appears from nowhere. Yeah, that's what Angelo Torres says. Yeah, all of a sudden, I find a random BLB team that I actually have to pay attention to. Even with my team, I have to pay attention to this. It's no wonder that people that are lower or newer players that don't have a team like mine, or like anyone who actually has a really good team, because my team is pretty average. For a top 50 player, it's not even that great, to be quite honest. So yeah, even people like me have trouble with these kind of teams, then how can people at lower ranks ever try to beat those? But yeah, that's one of the problems with the daily rewards. So that's kind of sad. $79. And now this team is weak again. Probably not much weaker than my own defending team, but actually no, my defending team is getting better now. It actually has a burst limit broken Shakamon in it. That's his name, right? Shakamon. Yeah, Shakamon. I constantly keep forgetting names of Digimon as well. That's how dumb I am. So you guys watched Digimon Try yet? I really feel sad that we have to wait like 5 months for the next episodes. That is not something I'm looking forward to. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing it, but I'm not looking forward to waiting. That's what I'm trying to say. Ooh, a wild attack. Ooh, I'm kind of bored. PvP is really not that interesting, if you ask me. Well, most of this game is really not that interesting. Most of it is really just really grindy. But yeah, whatever. Angela Torres said, I did. It was good, especially the last ones. I think they talk too much there. Oh, you watched Digimon Try, he says. Shokubi said, at least shorter than the last time. Yeah, last time we had to wait longer, indeed. But I really didn't notice that much because personal problems, so I was busy all the time anyway. Well, not really busy, just other things on my mind. And the new girl is boring, says Angelo. I don't really agree. I mean, of course, the other characters have been developed more. So we know them more, and they also get more screen time because obviously they're the reason we're watching. But our new girl is kind of interesting, and as is her Digimon. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the newer episodes, and I wonder what they're going to do with it. I do have some theories, but I won't mention them for just in case anyone watches this who doesn't want to get spoilers. But yeah, anyway, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm hoping it's gonna be really good. And so far, Digimon Try has actually never disappointed me. Although I think they released 5 episodes now, and only the last 2 episodes were really interesting. The first 3 were just story building, which I actually kind of like to some degree. I always say that, for example, Marvel movies have too much action in it and not enough story building, which some people like, but I personally like a mix of story building and action. And I think the first 3 episodes of Digimon Try had not enough action in it, but had very good story building. But then the last 2 episodes were only action and no story, basically. Although the last episode had a bit of story, I guess. But yeah, all in all, I kind of liked it. So it's not that bad. It's just, yeah. What am I trying to say? I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. Yeah, I like a mix of story and action, and I think they could have done that better by adding some more action into the first 3 episodes and adding a bit more story in the last 2. But you know, you only have that much time to really tell your story. I mean, they had 5 times 20 episodes, 5 times 20 minutes. And in that time they have to tell everything they want to and also add action. So I think it actually, if you see it as a movie instead of as a series, then I think they did it really well. But if you see it as a series, which I still kind of do because they are released in episodes, then it could have been done better. But it was still really good. If you, for example, try to compare this to Dragon Ball Super, then I think this has been done way better. Dragon Ball Super is pretty crappy. And Toro says that he agrees. So I'm actually making sense. That is something. I didn't actually know whether I was making sense. Oh, I'm out of PvP stones already. 1871 points. Quite a bit of rewards that I can claim. Well, I can't claim them because my inventory is full. But not yet at a 2,000 mark. When I get this, I can actually burst limit break it. Which I don't know whether I'll do it, because I'm not really that interested. Although the stats are pretty good. He's at least not good enough for this team, I believe. Well, he would have 1 more defense than Chuckmon. Plus he has a +2, which actually complements my Dukemon. But it takes how many turns? Wait, let's see. How many turns does it take? No, that's not what I wanted. Here it is. It's gonna stay at 5, isn't it? I don't really know how this works. I think it's gonna stay at 5. Maybe it's going down to 4, but 4 turns is pretty long. If you can manage 4 turns, then you've already basically won. So yeah, I don't really know. And its leader skill inflicts a large amount of damage to all enemies. It's basically the same skill that Dukemon has, isn't it? He inflicts a large amount of damage. Yeah, that's the same skill. So they may actually complement each other, but I think in PvE they would be really great together. In PvP, not so much. But as I was saying, the Devimon actually has, what is it, 420? Devimon has 410 defense. Okay, so he is burst limit broken. He's at 460, which is lower than Chuckmon, but he does have a medium increase in the attack power of all allies. So he's not great. I think his skill would go down to maybe 3 turns. Well, at least 3 turns. So it's acceptable. It's not great. But if you don't have anything better, then I'd say try to go for the 4,000 points to be able to get him. Same with Apollomon, although if you do it now, you're a bit late to the party, I think. And well, if you can get Lady Devimon, just do it. But she's not really great. She's better for a defending team than for an attacking team. Actually, I only have 2 of them, so I'm gonna try to get it, just so I have an extra limit break on it. But yeah, I also have 2 of the Devimons, but yeah, whatever. I need to train my Digimon and make some room in my inventory. Do I have actually... No, I don't. Between Fate / Kaiser and Cross, which should I spend my BC? Keep in mind that Cross is my only extra brown card. It depends on your other team members, really. Crossmon, I believe, makes red cards go brown. Yeah. So it's a good healer, but if your entire team is red, then it takes away all your attacking power, except for skills. And that may not be a good thing. So if you have a full red team and then Crossmon, I would take Crossmon out and replace him with something else, even though he can heal. If you don't have that many red Digimon, then I would totally go for Crossmon. on the burst capacitor as well. My team is mixed with only Kaiser on red, says Angelo. Kaiser is pretty good, but not as good as Mataramon, I think. I don't really know for sure anymore, but I think so. Let's see. Kaiser is, let's see, at no limit breaks he is at 402 defense, which is acceptable. And Mataramon is at 415. So Mataramon would be better, since they have the same skill as well. So if you have Mataramon, then I would replace Kaiser with Mataramon. If you don't have him, then go for Kaiser. And then Fademon has... I don't remember all these things. 430. Oh my god, that's actually really good. But his skill is pretty much useless in PvP. Yeah, all in all, I would say Crossmon is probably the best choice, especially since Fademon also has really low HP. So I think, oh, he already has Mataramon burst limit broken. Okay. Yeah, I think it's best to go for Crossmon with a burst, because he's probably going to be in your team for the long term, unless there's going to be a better race drive or healer, other kind of healer introduced. But I don't think that'll happen anytime soon. Although they should. Let's see. They already replaced Dark. They replaced Dark with Demon. They replaced Light with Godramon. They replaced Green with Juraimon. They replaced Blue with Crossmon. Oh, they should still replace Red. So there should still come a red replacement for Oriumon. Where's Oriumon? So, where's Oriumon? Here it is. So, assuming they actually make a better version of Oriumon, I don't know whether they will, but they may make something that can be used as a healer for red, which gets rid of blue cards, which may or may not have better stats than Crossmon. So assuming they don't do that, then I would go for Crossmon. Assuming they do that, then it's probably better to wait until that one comes out. But that, that's kind of a gamble you have to take yourself, and I can't really advise you in it. I think that Crossmon is a good guess, but yeah. Angelo says, I think I'll hold for the next flash and see if I can get 4 Oreos. Actually, I don't think Oriumon is better than Crossmon. If you want to limit break either Oriumon or Crossmon, I would go for Crossmon. Because Oriumon actually takes more to level up, because he is an SP+, so he has a higher level, first of all. And second of all, he has a lower defense. So yeah. If you have to choose between those two, I would go for Crossmon. I'm personally using Juraimon because he's even better. But yeah, you can't really get him anymore, so it's too late for that. Too bad. Anything else I want to do? Want to say? Oh, I can actually do one more PvP battle now. I'll just do that, and after that, I will be back in about 6 hours. So that's around 10 p.m. GMT +2, my time zone. And then we'll probably continue streaming until the end of the day, which is 4 hours later. SharkGB says my only Flashmon I can BLB is Oriumon. Yeah, Oriumon is good, he's just not great. That's really all I can say about it. If you already have a healer, then don't go for Oriumon, I would say. But I personally kind of want to burst limit break all of the race drive mons. but I have to make a slight note to that, is that I want to do it when I'm going to make all my mono teams burst limit broken, because at some point that is something that will happen. Right now I think I have, let's see, 7 burst visitors? 7. And I still need... one for at least Ultimate Brocky. Then of course I need 1 for Omegamon SP, assuming that I can get him. Then I need 1 for Imperial Dramon SP+. So that's already 3. Assuming I'll get Blitzmon, I need 1 for him. And then of course there's the Loemon. If I get him, I need 1 for him as well. So that is, I think, I lost count. I think it's 5. So I only really have 2 extra as a spare. Oh, and of course Sarazmon. I kind of want to burst limit break that one too, and I only need 1 more. Or Shoutmon would be great as well. Although he wouldn't work with my Jiraimon, so I don't know. His stats are really good though. 477 without just as yeah. It's not as good as Blitz, but it's really good. It's better than Sarazmon. So yeah. SharkGP says I still don't have a Blitzmon. I have 1 that I got from PvP, but that's my only one. Here it is. So it will probably take a while before you get him burst limit broken. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. That's why I want to farm green tickets, says Angela Torres. The SP Plus ones there are really good. Yeah, they really are. Although not all of them. I mean, this is acceptable. Apparently its main skill is good for the tower, but we don't know for sure. I don't really like Omegamon Sword. I mean, I like Omegamon Sword a lot. He's one of my favorite Digimons, but in this game, stat-wise, his attack is pretty good, but that's it. And there are actually Digimon with better attack as well. Susanoo is acceptable, but it's not really great. Blitzmon is amazing. Lady Diamond is pretty okay. Susanoo is actually better thing, not defense wise, but Shoutmon is good. Sarazmon is really good. Slightmon is really good. Slayerdramon is really decent. Used to be one of the best, but now it's really decent. Shakamon is really good. Sanderamon is only I got plus, but it's still pretty decent, pretty solid. So there are a couple of them that are really good, and some are yeah. Even Greymon versus Skullgreymon is not really that great, but yeah, it's good. But yeah, farming green SP tickets is something that you should probably do. And SharkGB says I need 1 Shoutmon for BLB. Well, good luck with that. I hope you get it. I truly do. Anyway, I'm gonna stop streaming now, and I'll be back in around 6 hours from now. I'll be on the forums, so if you need me, then tag me somewhere. Or you could send me a personal message on the forums as well. And that's pretty much it. So I'll see you guys later.